Hey there, YTPC. Michel Baruch coming at you on a drizzly, sometimes sunny, sometimes downpoury Tuesday afternoon. I want to show you something I'm very excited about. My new Fallen Classic pipe. You can see the nomenclature there. Let's see if you can kind of appreciate some of the bird's eye. And on this side, kind of a swirly flame grain. I don't know how that... Oh, there you go. There's some grain. But of course, this is what I'm in love with. Look at that. Beautiful amber. And as you can see behind me, this is what I'm trying out today. A little Rattray's Accountant's Mixture. It's good. It is a very smooth and harmonious, balanced style English. Yes. So I would say this is a very classic profile. It does have a little black Cavendish in it to give it a little smoothness and just a hint of sweet, and it does not have Orientals. Though I could swear I taste them. But they're not listed from what I can see. Mostly it's kind of a Virginia Latakia affair. The burley I don't so much taste as I feel. And of course the smoke output is good. A little bit just a hint of pepper and leather in the Rattray. No real spice or sharpness. In fact, this is not sharp. There is nothing about this that I would describe with an adjective like sharp. Smooth and smoky, but not earthy. Even with the Virginias in it, it's a little grassy, but it's not at all earthy. Maybe a little leather. Almost kind of a black tea kind of tannin feel on the tongue. You know, supposedly this isn't an all-day smoke. Seems like it to me. In fact, if I were an accountant in a time when you could smoke in your office, this would be something I would happily smoke. So let's take a little look at some colors there. You can see some pretty light colors, some ambers, some kind of reddish hue. It's got both bright and dark Virginias, and of course Latakia, and black Cavendish, which would also be. The tin note is really sour and fermented. Not all that sweet, and also not all that smoky. See if I can do this without wasting. But you always waste a little, don't you? This is straight out of the tin. I didn't do any drying. I don't think it needs it. It actually feels pretty much not too hot, not too cool, not too wet, not too dry. It is Goldilocks, just right. I do not detect, so far I'm about halfway, do not detect the slightest bit of moisture or gurgle. This is good. This is well worth the wait. I've wanted to try this for a while, and I see what they mean. There's it's probably on the website where I bought it. There's a tagline about, there's nothing very exciting, but it's consistent and exactly what you expect it to be, just like an accountant. Which makes me think of the movie Shallow Grave. If you've ever seen Shallow Grave, Christopher Eccleston is given this really disheartening pep talk from the chartered accountant boss, and that's what makes him decide to commit the crimes that they're going to do. Anyway, I also want to mention today is Suicide Prevention Day. So, a couple thoughts for you. Depression specifically is a tricky beast. There's a lot of really happy appearing people out there, and they're not happy. Think of Robin Williams and Heath Ledger and Anthony Bourdain. Bunch of people, well, I don't know if you'd say Anthony Bourdain never looked super happy, but a lot of people out there, you'd have no idea what's going on inside, and the only way to do that is to stay in contact with them, talk to them. There's a lot of things out there that say that if you have depression or if you're thinking suicidal thoughts, that you should reach out. And unfortunately, one of the factors of the disease of depression is that it's very difficult to reach out. So I'm going to put the burden on those of you out there. Take a minute to check on your friends, see how they're doing, and even better yet, follow up on them if you haven't heard from them in a minute. I posted a thing of warning signs on my Instagram account if you're curious about some things that maybe you haven't thought about. And that's all. That's my public service announcement for Suicide Prevention Day. And there you go. Hope you're all well. I hope you have something to enjoy. Like a fine accountant's mixture. Anyway, be very well. Sei gesund.